Hang on. Don't do anything, guys.
Oh yeah, you're alive. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
I don't want to waste any of my precious words on an empty audience, Mark. Oh yeah, it's live.
Just want to try and get it on in the background, but
you try and get it up in the background. I'll welcome all our lovely viewers. Hi guys. Welcome back.
Is anybody there?
Welcome, guys. Welcome to
Lakonik and all who sound with her.
what's become a bit of a not quite rushed through, but the last time we did one of these things, we were working on a new single, and we're pleased to say that the release is imminent, shall we say. We've uploaded it this afternoon to the distribution people who send stuff out for us across to your Spotify's and your YouTubes and stuff. It takes a couple of days to be going through those, but our new song, our brand new single, Mother's Day, is going to be out there online very shortly. What we're going to do for you in a minute as a special treat for anyone that's out there, for 24 hours, we're going to put the song online that you can listen to as much as you like online. You need a little bit of technical knowledge to put it online, so we'll try and talk you through that as well. Mark is on hand to offer full IT support.
Yeah, support. No knowledge, just
no knowledge. You're doing really well. Yeah. Now try it again. So we'll be doing that, and there were a couple of leftovers from when we did the last Q&A as well that we were just talking about. So we can answer those for you as well if you want. But if you've got any new interesting questions, Mark is the man to provide the answers. Don't forget, he'll be doing another acoustic number later on.
Might give you a verse.
He might give us a verse.
I haven't known in the right key this time. Yeah. There
were a lot of audio visual issues with the last one as well, which we found since. This format doesn't really do well for playing music, playing live music over. So we'll try and work around it a different way next time.
Yeah, I've been released from prison. Yeah, I'm in the bedroom. It's a bit quieter, I hope. Although my son's involved in a PlayStation tournament, and he does tend to let rip if he dies. So if you hear anything like that going, it's not a neighbour being murdered.
I think if they're going to die, go out with the bang, not a whisper. Would be my advice there. So what were those unanswered questions that we had last time?
Well, there's one we kind of we read out, but we didn't probably explore it properly. And the one we certainly didn't answer at all was Luke from somewhere beginning with W, Wolfenstone. That's it. Who, he asked if any musician we would like to play with. I'd sort of extend that to record with, perhaps, as much as anything else. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't want to play with anyone too good because he show us up, but or she. But I think for me, I think guitar-wise, Johnny Marr is the man. Love to just be around him and get some tips off him, and I quite like the Edge's use of effects as well. And going back some, Will Sargent out of Echo and the Bunnymen, and there's a guy that played with Julian Cope as well, who did a lot of sort of wah and sort of all out there angular sort of guitar. And I didn't think I'd think of anyone. And right.
No, I was quite. I hadn't really thought of anyone either. I still haven't really thought of anyone really.
I suppose there's people. Carry on. Sorry, Glenn. I was just going to say there's people who can play instruments that we can't play, which would be useful. Would be interesting to have like a. What is the trumpet player. Is it what's his name? The guy that plays with Sylvian.
Is it John Hassel? Is it? He's gone.
Oh,
you've disappeared off the thing. He'll be back in a second. You can still hear him though.
You can hear me. That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
My phone seems to.
It's gone really quiet now. Hopefully, he'll be back in a sec. So, for Mark was saying about those. For me, I don't know. I really don't know. No, he's back.
Hello. Yeah, I think my phone thinks I'm just a special guest, so I'm going to appear as various special guests throughout the evening. I should really have a costume change each time we go off. That's quite funny.
I can put our names up, can't I? That should be coming up, I think, with our names. Yeah. Okay. There you go. So people know. Yeah. So I really don't know. From a musical programming point of view, I think there's some clever people out there who don't get the credit for their playing and their programming, their production. I think I've always been a fan, not as much of a fan as my wife, but of Nick Rhodes and his tune smithery, and he's a talented programmer as well. So I think it'd be interesting to hang around him and a talented producer as well. So it'd be interesting to hang around the Rhodes Meister. I'm sure we'd get on. Probably not, but I'd bring a wife along, and I'm sure she'd be happy with that. You've dropped off again, Mark.
Oh, okay.
And otherwise, there's people like they're sort of unsung heroes. You're like Chris Slow from the Pet Shop Boys. That'd be an interesting one to hang around him, because they're great at programming music, they're great at making sounds all fit together, and sort of an all-time hero, of course, would be the Keith, the Richards Meister. That'd be an interesting one to hang around with as well. So people like that. That like to happen. Oh yeah, we were showing the other day. It was almost horizontal, wasn't it? It was very, very laid back. And the other one, of course,
he had a beer on the table, didn't he? He had a beer on the table.
Yeah. The other one, just thinking of quickly, might be Martin Gore from Depeche Mode, just for his songwriting and his style. That would be that would be the ones for me. So what else you got, Marco? What was one we were saying about the strategies and the goals and the goals?
Last time out, I can't remember if it was last month or a few weeks ago. She was asking about short-term and long-term goals. I think it was her for Lakonik. Or was it Arlene who asked that? Anyway, someone from that neck of the woods. We kind of didn't really answer the question. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to carry on?
You go first. I'm just trying to do something here with that link.
I was just, I just want to slowly grow, really, not as me.
You have done, my friend. We both have.
But the audience we've got, I'm happy to just see it go up by a couple of numbers every now and again. So, and that's kind of down to you guys as much as us. If we really, if you do like what we do, then pass it on and share with your friends, and so keep an eye on those little numbers. Sometimes how many people subscribed or following or listening, and it'd be nice to see that gradually go up and get grow the audience organically that way. It's not like Glenn said before, we haven't got a massive advertising budget. We're not going to bring out a video that's going to be wall to wall on MTV or whatever the equivalent is now. But that's not important to us anyway. Having millions of views and things, it's just be nice to have a little crowd of people that appreciate what we do and are waiting for the next thing to come out. So for my short term and long term goal, short term is just growing up those numbers, creeping them up. By the end of this week, we've got an extra viewer or two. I'll be very pleased. Long term, and also, I think we are doing, one of my goals is I think we're testing ourselves a bit more musically. We're getting better at recording. We're the process is becoming a bit quicker, but we're also taking a few more chances. And I think that's keeps it interesting for us. And, you know,
yeah,
even when we've done old songs, doing them, you know, completely revamping, screwing up what we had before, and okay, let's do it in this key, let's do it. Let's try a bit of fuzz. Let's try a bit of, you know, saxophone. You know, so.
yeah. Yeah, I haven't got any goals. I'll just go along with what Mark. I'm much more of a take your day to day sort of thing with it, and just see what we do with it. Because I think we both enjoy doing it so much. You know, Mark said the words before that. I think it kind of helps validate us a little bit more as we drift into our very early middle age. That we can actually do something that's so creative that we like doing so much, and if other people like it, you know, it's a huge bonus. You know, in terms of what would be ideal for me is if somebody picked up one of our songs and actually used it for something. One of our bits, one of our pieces, and actually. There are lots of avenues to actually. It doesn't, you know, age isn't a barrier with that. There are lots of avenues to get your music used in films, TV productions, things like that, media, advertising, because then that actually does generate revenue. You know, it certainly generates a lot more revenue than all the online stores and stuff like that. Believe me, there's you have to sell hundreds of thousands of streams to actually see anything from that. But something like that would actually properly validate what we try and do, and I think that would, and also that would actually pave our way that we could actually be musicians. We could actually spend more time being musicians and not doing day jobs and all the rest of it. So as a goal, that would be a good goal to aim for. Whether we actually achieve it, I don't know. But at the moment, I'm just enjoying the ride. You know, that's where I am. So well, so were there any other questions, or that was it? So just popped.
That's all I remember. I think we touched on some of the ones I didn't quite read out as such, but we touched on what they were about, because there was something about. We talked to someone was asking about the modern way that people listen to music and you know, don't go out and buy stuff, but you know, download it, but also the way you also make your music yourselves. And like we explained, we described how we're not all, you know, quite often not in the same room. You know, it'd be nice to get together more often than we do, and record, like, you know, face to face, because that's always it's a good sort of, so you know, we have a good laugh anyway. And we'll have a nice drink and a chat and a giggle, bit of PlayStation, but and also I find
that'd be a bit too close.
But also, like, singing, you know, I mean, as you've seen, I sing at home in a vocal booth. I sing along to our music. I send in my vocal tracks, and that's the way it works. When we did What You See Was What You Get, the actual last bit of singing I did in that, the bit at the end where it's kind of, I go up a bit and go for it a bit, that was done, you know, in the studio, and it was Glenn encouraged me really in singing in front of him while he kept, you know, while I was taking it. That, you know, I think that came out as well as it did because we were together and vibing off one another a bit.
Yeah. A lot of our production at the moment is sending files backwards and forwards to each other, and or loading them up onto the Google and pulling them back down, working with them and loading them back up again. And it does work for us, but I think there's a definite. You're right. I think there's a definite not improvement, but more potential maybe if we record together, you know, to get the best out of each other. But having said that, I mean, the last couple of singles that have come out in particular, you know, the vocal performances, you've done them all at yours, I think, haven't you? And they've been brilliant. So, you know, the vocal booth has done a lot with all that. It doesn't do much for presentation purposes on video, but it certainly seems to have brought out the best in the music. So the other thing I was going to say, so we should say it was since we last did one of these things, Chelmsford Community Radio.
Did you hear that?
Mark really enjoyed that.
I was reaching for a lamp. I think we put the big light on instead. Yeah, carry on. You were saying
they played Try Us. These things are sent to Try Us, and it was some very nice things. Things were said by Paul, the DJ, about the music, and hopefully, we'll, if he's willing, we'll ask him to play Mother's Day as soon as possible. But also, they were struggling. We mentioned it last time we were broadcasting on the video. They were struggling financially, and they probably still are struggling financially. But the initial target that they set up to save themselves in the short term, they smashed it the other day. So that's great news that they can just be with us longer, and hopefully over the next few weeks things will ease up for lots of businesses, small businesses and stuff. So if it's enough to tidy them over, then brilliant. It was great that Paul played us, and we had Primal Scream supporting us, which was that was a bonus. Start with a bit of Primal Scream, and then we'll move on to Lakonik, and really good, interesting list of stuff that he played as well. I did stick around and listen to other tracks on there, so we grateful, but it was actually a cool show to be on. So thanks, Paul. Cheers for that.
Yeah, and anyone that did donate, well done. Thank you very much. But for them, not for me.
They're still taking donations, even if it's just a couple of pounds. So thank you. Shall I put this link up then?
Okay.
Right.
Trying to get. So new single, Mother's Day. We're bringing it in 2 formats, and we kind of did a radio edit, thinking it might, because songs keeps getting longer and longer, or remaining quite long. Just give it more chance of getting played on the radio. We did a shorter version, but I think, having had a quick chat with Paul on the from Chelmsford, he said he'd rather wait and play the long version anyway. So
you do.
So there will be a version which goes verse, chorus, and then ends, and then there's another version that's got a bit of instrumental at the end, which is kind of, how would you describe it, Glenn? It kind of just finishes off the song nicely, really, I suppose.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's a little kind of coda to the main bit, really. When we did Mother's Day years ago with I can't remember his name. Was it Ben? Ben something.
Funny, wasn't he?
Disappeared. He might well be on the other side of the world now. Might as well be on the other side of the planet. Yeah. Ben Evans. Ben Evans, check your post, by the way. That's a little thing for you there. So Ben sung it many years ago, and when we did it as a demo, and we've tried to keep the same sort of vibe of it, which I think we've done really well. But the original one did have a great big long guitar bit in it. On the demo, it was like kind of the third song on the demo, where you do your 2 poppy songs on a demo tape, and then your third song you can be a bit more muso with, and the 4th song you end up just remixing one of the other songs. That's how it worked out on that one. But Ben performed with us on that one, and obviously Mark's taken on the vocals now. But it was full of samples, which I think we said before. And we couldn't use it in the format that it was. You can't actually release that kind of stuff these days without written permission from all the people involved. So it fell by the wayside a little bit over the years. But we found ways to get around it just by doing our own instruments, our own music from it. So the samples have all been dropped, and the only sample that stayed in there is kind of the initial bass drum bit. That's a sample of our cassette tape, which was our sound anyway, so I think we can get away with that one. And there we are with it. There might be another version of it coming out if we get around to messing around with it enough. But the single version will be out in the next couple of days. and the other one I'll try and get up by the end of the week, I think. So we can. It'll be around certainly by the start of next week on all the online stores, and that'll be the full version. But so put that link on there, and if you follow that link, actually I'm going to follow that link as well. Yeah, it should be there, and if you've not got SoundCloud as an app or whatever else, it'll probably take you to the website. It might ask you to sign up or join. I don't think you have to, because it's just out there. It's a private link, and you should be able to just play it. But you can sign up through Facebook and everything just to get access to the music. And that song will be up there for 24 hours. But if anyone's playing it now, if anyone's just turned us off, if anyone wants to drop us a line with any feedback about it at all, then we'd like to know. We'd be interested. Ian Taylor's invited me to go skateboarding with him, which can't do it tonight or for the next 2 months. But after that, I reckon we can. We can, I guess, if we do it now. We just have to keep a reasonable distance between us.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you like it, Ace? Do you like my board? I made it myself. Decorated it myself. 40 years since I went to the skate park that it's got the stickers on there for it from. So I thought, let's while I had some time off recently, let's make a skateboard. Why not? So that's where we are with that. Right. So the songs out there, out in the wilderness. Good luck with that. Do let us know. Drop us a line over to Facebook and let us know your thoughts about it. Well, that's it, really. I don't know if you got anything else, Mark, to add.
No. Not really. Not. No,
No, yeah.
losing that train. Just losing that train of thought. I was just thinking about influences again, and I was just thinking, be interested to see what you think we sound like on this. You know, because I was having a scratch in my head the other day, and today actually, and thinking what I think it sounds like. But I don't know if I should spoil it and get you come up with your own ideas.
I think from where we started with the what you see is what you get. Vibe. It's a different sound. It's a very different sound to that. It's quite a bit darker, quite a bit heavier.
Yeah. It's another grower builds.
Yeah. It's
Start singing it quite low and then kind of go for it a bit more in the second verse. But
yeah, it kind of develops through the whole song, doesn't it? But yeah, again, be interested to hear what people think about that. The little bits of feedback I've heard were like, well, that sounds great, but it doesn't sound like the stuff you've done before, and that's why we're quite excited about it. And we're pleased. Well, what you see is what you get. I think took 15 months to actually go from strumming it around to getting it out there. The Mother's Day, I think, took about 5 weeks from initial playing around with it to getting it out there. So we are getting quicker. We're getting better and better at this stuff. So let's next one. I reckon we'll crack it within 3 weeks. The next one, whatever it is.
Glenn's. I was just going to say, Glenn's. You can hear the development of Glenn's sax playing as well on this new one.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting there. It's been a slog. That's been 18 months now. Probably longer than that, I think, to actually get to some sort of half decent level with it. But yeah, we're getting there. So right, well, I'm done. Are you done?
Yeah, we're not going to get a great crowd of people in today, but a few people will watch this in their own time.
The thing is, people have got other things to do, haven't they? They've got busy lives.
It's not all like everyone's out and about. It's not like we're trapped in our own houses.
It's not like we should have a captive audience for this sort of thing, is it? It's We appreciate all the forwards.
Appreciate the people that have watched and that will watch. And as I say, click in there. Glenn has put a link to, if you want a sneak preview of the single, it's on there, and it will come out in good time, pretty quick time.
Yeah, probably. It'll probably be on YouTube by the end of tomorrow, and it will be Spotify will be a couple of days after that maximum, and iTunes are very quick as well, so it should be on there anyway. But give it a listen, and then when you finish listening to it, give it another listen. You know,
and then make a friend listen, and
then make a friend, and then make them also listen.
And talk to us. Send us some comments, and leave some messages on Lakonik's Facebook page, or if you know us, on our own. Tell us what you think. We'll keep you updated as well. We're hoping that we'll get a radio play soon as well again, so we'll let you know about that nearer the time. And other than that, we'll.
Here's Mark on the guitar.
Huh?
Here's Mark on the guitar.
Can do if you want, but just a bit.
You got it?
Just play the chords.
Guys, it's been real. It's been special. Thanks to all of you.
Yeah. Ben, pick up your mail.
Yeah, Ben, check your mail. Something's been left in a safe place.
I don't know what it is.
Is there a safe place at Ben's? I don't know. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
All right.
Okay. You might know this one. Ideas and everything, find a home, put them into. You can show them now and then. If you want to struggle far, words to say, take you until you play, make you shake, make you sway. Try us, try us, try us, try us. Hope you love the way you live and all the things you do and what's your way. Glad that I'm not a part of it. God, I'm not you. Life plays such a dirty game. Suck the poison in again. It's in the air, it's in the rain. These things are sent to try us. Try us, try us, try us, try us, try us, try us, try us. It's too bad life goes on, though you hope it ends for too long. Don't wanna stay where you don't belong. anything to say. I say try us, try us, try us, try us, try us, said to try us, try us, try us.